And we're live. Welcome, everyone. I'm glad people like that new starting soon music. I found that a few months ago, and it's just been nonstop. I've been jamming to it constantly. It's such a good bop, and I was just like, you know what? This speaks to me on an emotional level. This is the new starting soon stream. It is called "The Sea Has Returned." From an album called Zero Ranger. You can find it on YouTube. It is a fantastic bop. I encourage anybody that wants to listen to that, like, please just go check it out. Fantastic. It's free on YouTube. It's such a banger. It's such an upbeat jam. I love it. Definitely has helped me keep my sanity through this week. As you can see, we've got webcam back on this time. Shit's more or less good now. Haven't lost power since last stream, thankfully. So I think it's here to stay. Uh, Weather's really good. It's actually sunny for once. Who would have thought? I almost forgot what the sun looks like. Uh, so yeah, week 11 of the HDL. Here we are. To be completely honest with you guys, I almost completely forgot to do a week 11 recap. I was going to do it at some point. I was going to do it on Tuesday. Then we lost power because of all the snowstorms and shit going on, and then it just completely left my mind because of everything else that was going on, which are things that I would rather not divulge into. But just know that, uh, I'm okay. I made it through this all right. No, I'm okay. I'm good through it. Although I got to give a massive shout out to all of my friends and to everybody in the Discord server. I have to give a massive shout out to them for just helping me get through this past week and some change because it has been extremely rough. I gotta give a massive mention in particular to a lot of my close friends. Gotta give a massive thank you to Spooks, to Kevin, to Clay, to Jeroen, to so many other people, to Tiger Cat. If you're watching this, thank you. Uh, Zach, Sandy as well, Wade. I think I already said Clay, but if I didn't, there we go. I'll saying it again. Uh, Luna, Oscar. Like, during everything that was going on, these guys quite literally they dropped everything and they were with me through every single step of it. And I know I've thanked them profusely. I sound like a broken record at this point to them, but I cannot thank them enough because if it weren't for them, I probably would still be a complete train wreck right now. So seriously, it's because of them that I'm able to stream right now. So seriously, just you guys, thank you. Uh, so without further ado, let's get into week 11 recap. You guys can unmute, by the way. I know you're all in here.
No. Okay, to be fair, I was gonna mute because I put that in chat, so
I mean, that's fair.
gotta get a crunch.
I saw all three of you join in here when I was putting in updates.
Someone said, we're just gonna lurk today. Big streams, gotta lurk.
Oh my god, so many bits. Holy shit. I did not.
That's quite a bit.
But you know what? Because of how much of a help you've been this week, I'll let it slide this time.
Yes!
I mean, that was a pretty good bit.
To quote a certain FF7 abridged protagonist, you gotta pass.
Let's make it a good one, gentlemen.
All right, I've kept this stalling long enough. Let's start with and I gotta get the music going on here. No, I don't like that one.
Hylian, look at the stream.
That'll work. Holy shit! Spooks, what have you done?
I've started a war.
Lionboy, what the hell, man? Thank you for the 1,000 bits.
Well, now you're just a son of a bitch, and I'm gonna have to outbit you.
Okay, no, seriously, you guys don't need to do... There does not need to be a charity war here.
You know what? I have $20 to waste. Let's go.
You guys are gonna make me feel bad somehow. I shouldn't even be feeling bad over this.
One payment of 2060 coming right up. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Give money to friend? Yes.
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and start with myself versus Lionboy. As you can see, this is affectionately referred to as he broke the spreadsheet again. So if you guys remember back, I believe it was week 2. Didn't even react to my joke. Oh, I didn't realize you made the joke yet. Such Texas Ranger. God damn it. You know what? I'll give that one to you. That one's good. That's a good one.
Everyone gets one.
That's actually a good one. I'll give that one to you. I'll give you that one.
He still has to pass.
After the recap, will the awards thing happen? So here's the deal with the award stream. I am not going to be streaming the award stream. That is actually going to be Wade, who is going to be streaming that on his holy shit. 1,500 bits.
Challenge accepted, motherfucker.
This truly was the gayest cheer. See who started a war you shall not win. Oh my god, guys, stop!
Lionboy, he's not a goose.
Wait, hold on. Oh god, no, Kevin, I swear to god, Kevin joins in on this.
Is it like Smash Bros. Ultimate? Everyone is here.
Alright, guys, look, when I start the stream by thanking you, that doesn't mean continue to be charitable.
No, that means be the most charitable. I'm number 1. Fuck you.
Don't we get channel points for cheering? Continue, lads. We can get to the Sonic playthroughs that much faster. God damn it. He wasn't supposed to find out like that.
Oh, shit. You're right.
You wasn't supposed to find out that way. Alright. So, anyway, God, I've been completely derailed at this point. Okay, so, week 2, Tyler broke the entire spreadsheet because he ended with a 0-0. Hey, guess what? Lionboy decided to do the same thing. So let's go ahead and watch that. I'm gonna change these to dark mode. Why does these... They never default this to dark mode, and I hate it for them. I hate them for it. They never default that shit to dark mode. So... there were a few things Lionboy did not bring that I was genuinely surprised about. So there were a few things I specifically calced for versus his team. I brought Healbell Clefable as well as Ferrothorn, mostly because he didn't really have anything aside from Ninetales to deal with Ferrothorn. Clefable was there with Healbell specifically because... Oh my god.
Oh, you fucking bastard.
Lionboy, thank you for the 5,000 bits. What the actual fuck?
How much is that? $64.
What is your thoughts on Skyward Sword HD announcement? I am hype. I am incredibly hype, and to be perfectly honest, I feel like the game is going to be immediately better received because people don't have to deal with the motion controls, because I know that motion controls were a divisive topic. God damn it, Kevin. Thank you, Kevin. I know the motion controls were a pretty divisive topic. Personally, I actually enjoyed the motion controls on Skyward Sword. I thought they were actually very nice. It definitely added to the immersion. As someone who has actually done fencing and stuff in the past, it genuinely did feel like I was swinging a sword. So, like, it felt really natural. It felt good. I liked the controls of Skyward Sword. I know it's a bit of a controversial thing, but I really, really liked it. But that being said, I'm all for, accessibility for other people. I know people aren't always the biggest fan of motion controls. I hate motion controls on the Switch in handheld mode. So the fact that button controls are there are great, and I feel like that's going to make the game be received a lot better. I honestly think Skyward Sword was a good game. Was it the best Zelda game? No. No, it was not the best Zelda game. But it's up there. I liked it. I know not as many people are as fond of it, but I think it was a solid game. And I'm glad that it's actually getting some love. I'm hopeful that this re-release is going to give it the love that it deserved.
It was actually a pretty good game. Like, I have the game myself, and it's very underrated. Like, sure, it has its flaws. Like, the stamina system, that one is a bit of a
See, I give the stamina system a pass in Skyward Sword only because it was the first game to introduce it. So, it was gonna be clunky, right? And so it's like...
Like, the best thing is that they had the berries, but it was like, if you missed the berries, like, by a step, and...
Song of the Hero part of the game is the only part I strongly dislike. Yeah, no, I can see that. I wasn't the biggest fan of that part either. There's only two big gripes I ever had about Skyward Sword. And that was, one, the stamina system, which I gave a pass because, it was the game that introduced that mechanic to the franchise, so of course there's going to be some kinks and stuff, and it's going to get ironed out in later games.
Of course.
So I gave the stamina system a pass for Skyward Sword. But the other thing that drove me crazy, and I hope to God that they fix, just like they did with Twilight Princess, is the constant "you got a item" prompt every time you reload the game, even though you've already picked up that item already.
Oh god, yeah, they did the
that was an issue that happened
with
that was an issue in Twilight Princess on the Wii, and they patched that out in the Wii U re-release. So I am hopeful that they will do the same for this, because it was a minor thing at the end of the day. It was really just a minor thing, but at the same time, it was really annoying after a while.
Yeah, like
I already know what a green rupee is, game. You don't need to remind me.
That reminds me of something, but I already forgot what.
But no, it should come...
Another one bites the dust. Why the DHA? Another one.
oh yes, yes, Kevin.
Kevin, thank you for booking an all-expense-paid trip to Freeza Planet 419. But no, it honestly, have you seen my username? Really, like, it should come as no surprise. I'm always hyped for really anything Zelda. So I am, I'm hype as hell. I'm hopeful there's gonna get more. You will get them if you open a chest and there's like a monster claw. And you will get the explanation. Yeah, I feel like for... What is your favorite Zelda game of all time? Oh, Majora's Mask on the N64. hands down, zero question. That's also my favorite video game of all time. We don't talk about the 3DS re-release. That was a mistake.
Was it for real release?
Well, it was more so it was a remake, and they fucked it up.
Yeah, I know, that was the joke. Like, it never happened.
I owned the remake on the 3DS, but not the original gangsta version. See, the problem with the 3DS version was, honestly, it's okay. If that's the only way you have to experience that game, then by all means, play the 3DS version. But for me, right, somebody who grew up with the original, the 3DS version changed just enough to where it pisses me off. And a lot of the changes it made were completely nonsensical and did not need to be made. But that's just my personal opinion. But no, honestly, my favorite all-time Zelda game is probably... No, it really is still. It's Majora's Mask. The next runner down from that is probably Breath of the Wild at this point. I really like Breath of the Wild. I could emulate the OG version, but I do not own it physically, so I feel like that's a scummy thing to do. I would only emulate games I know. Fair. That's my policy as well. Although the way I see it for the OG version is if you still have like your old Wii or your Wii U lying around, you can get that on Virtual Console. Both those games. Which that's how I justify emulating it, is I bought it on Virtual Console, so I did buy a version of that game.
I usually justify it by I've owned it. Like I owned Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yeah. I also obviously owned a actual physical cartridge copy of Majora's Mask as well. In fact, I still have it. I can't show it right now. It's in storage along with one of the N64, but it is I do own it.
And the nails to hang up that painting.
It's a very heavy painting. My fave is Def Legend of Zelda.
You can literally ask your brother at any point.
You think I haven't? I have multiple times.
It would take like 5 minutes.
Tell that to my brother.
Being a lazy asshole.
My fave is definitely Minish Cap. It's such a nice, simple entry, but memorable all the same. Minish Cap is really underrated. Minish Cap is really good. I think the reason that it's underrated is just because it went under the radar. Because that was one of the last GBA games to be released, and it was released when the original DS was already a thing. And it was made by Capcom. Yeah. Which, honestly, the Capcom Zeldas were all really good. I liked both the Oracle games. I liked Minish Cap. Like, the Capcom Zeldas were good.
Yeah, but like, I think people see like, oh, this is a knockoff when they see Capcom and Zelda.
Yeah, which the people who are on us in forums like, actually no, like Capcom's made some solid main series Zelda titles. Like, they made both the Oracle games, they made Minish Cap. I'm pretty sure they even worked on parts of Link to the Past as well. I don't think they actually like. Link to the Past was mostly made in-house, but there were a few parts that they actually had Capcom help them with.
I've played Majora's Mask. It's been a long time since I played Wind Waker HD. Yeah.
No, honestly, they're all solid games.
replays?
There are very few like genuinely terrible Zelda games. All the Zelda games really are good in their own right. Except for the CDI games, but we don't talk about those.
Except for
I just wonder what Ganon's up to.
You can make me do the duck walk. Cool.
The only thing that they brought that was actually good was Morshu.
Honestly, I love Morshu just because he's just completely like a not character, and yet the community just like went around him. Anyway.
It is written, only Link can defeat Ganon. Squala!
So, we're just gonna get into this. So
Safety Burbiago, okay.
yep, he's going to switch into Executor. I'm going to go for Defog. I need to get these hazards off immediately. Because my team just does not appreciate those hazards. So I'm going to immediately Volt Switch into Regice. He's going to Giga Drain me.
It's going to do nothing.
Yep. He's then going to... He's then going to switch into Piloswine. He's going to take 4th of its health from Ice Beam. I'm going to swap into Ferrothorn as he sets up an Amnesia. He's going to opt to swap into Executor, which allows him to obviously get past the, Leech Seed, because, yay, immunities. Flamethrower barely doesn't kill me. I'm able to knock off the Assault Vest. At this point, I need to either protect to get health back or just swap. So I protected. He's going to fire a Draco. Get a little bit more health back because of my lefties. And then I'm going to hard pivot into Rotom Wash. I know Rotom lives a Draco or a Flamethrower. Basically anything from this Executor. I'm going to take the Focus Sash from it.
You gave it a Focus Sash.
Well, yeah, gave it Focus Sash because obviously forgot about Knockoff. Regardless, I'm going to hit this thing with Weather Ball from Zard Y. He's going to go for an Ancient Power. Thank God he does not get the boosts.
Not again.
Yeah, not again, please. I opt to Roost. He goes for a Draco. Barely doesn't kill me. I'm going to Roost again. I could just kill him right now with the Weather Ball. But I want to be not at, like, 1 tap health away when he switches out. So I was just like, okay, fuck it at this point. He swaps into Ninetales, gets the Flash Fire off because of that, and then he's going to kill me with the Flamethrower. And at this point, I'm thinking to myself, well, shit. Thankfully, there's still a few things I have that can just sweep his team. First of which being, obviously, Zygarde, because 1,000 arrows go burr. Case in point.
1,000 arrows going burr.
Yeah. Obviously, Executor just confirms what we already knew. Big surprise. And the Executor is dead. So Piloswine's going to come in. I'm going to switch into Robocrop because I know Robocrop just lives anything, even at that range. He's going to switch into the Archeops, which predicts my Protect. Thankfully, since Protect fails, I can always stall for another one, so that's exactly what I want to do. I want to get my health up. He does reveal he has Heat Wave, so good scouting on my part. He switches into Diancie, and so I'm going to switch into Zygarde. He's then going
Did you not have Jaraball in that Ferris?
I did, but it wouldn't have lived a Mystical Fire from that range, which I was afraid of.
Which is more than fair.
So, obviously, Piloswine's going to... Yeah, Archeops would be OU if it had any other ability other than Defeatist. I hit Piloswine, obviously, with Flamethrower. Obviously, it's going to do very little because Thick Fat's a hell of a drug. Plus, it's Eviolite. He's going to switch into Mega Diancie as I hit it with another Flamethrower and burn it. Diancie's going to set up a Rock Polish while I Softball to get myself back up to full. He's going to Mystical Fire me, lower my special attack. I don't really care. I'm going to fire a Moonblast. And I'm more so just firing Moonblasts to try to lower its special attack, because if I can lower its special attack by 1 stage, then Zygarde can live a Moonblast from full. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. At this point, I'm getting a little bit unlucky, but he's one shot. He's going to die from burn damage anyway, so I'm going to switch into Regice. He lives with 1%. He's going to hit me with a Diamond Storm, get the defense increase, but it doesn't matter because now he dies to burn damage. Piloswine's going to come in and kill me with an Ice Shard. That then allows me to switch it safely on Zygarde. I'm then going to hard pivot into Regice in order to bait the Ice Shard. And then kill Piloswine with Flash Cannon. And then, finally, there's the Aegislash. The Aegislash is going to go for Autotomize. I definitely did not expect. I'm going to hit it with a Flash Cannon, get the Spadef drop, which that's very helpful. It's going to Stance Change, go for an Iron Head. And at this point, obviously, it dies 2,000 yards from Zygarde. Doesn't outspeed me, even at +2 speed. Until it reveals Destiny Bond. However, as you can see by the replay, I won the battle.
Yeah. I mean, like, does Destiny Bond count as a win, though?
No. That's only in, like, free-for-all rules.
Yeah.
Because
it takes you down with them, so you die after they do.
Exactly. Like, Zygarde lived longer than Aegislash, so it wins by technicality. He had to break the spreadsheet, guys. You just had to break the spreadsheet. Moving right along, we have Clay versus Kevin. So, I'm actually going to quick go get a drink because Ben thought it would be a good idea to stream without glass of water.
Oh boy, talking for several long periods of time without liquid refreshment. What a genius idea.
Sips his drink. It's time. Spooks, it's our time. We can be amusing.
Yes! Turn on the funny! Yes!
I've got nothing.
I've also got nothing. Except for crippling depression and a need for attention.
Oh shit, I can provide you with that.
Yes!
I mean, I'm studying psychology, but I can actually cure probably 1 and 2. But I'm not going to because I'm still studying. High five!
What?
Okay, so we've...
Fucking... God damn it. Your looking gifts memes. This son of a bitch.
Oh god. Nice.
You son of a fucking bitch.
Alright, I'm back. Hey chat, you want to see something cute? Cats.
I was gonna say I don't have my camera turned on, but cats are also cute, I guess. I am joking, by the way.
Yo, that's a sick bag. I hope not. I'll have to call the doctor.
Guess I'll have to stay in bed. Out of work, would you like just stop the bed in like a bigger bed? Just make a tower of beds.
This is the dumbest conversation.
Yeah, if
Welcome
we
to
keep
the
going,
stream.
we're all gonna end up dead.
Okay, so we have Battle of the Birds, but not really.
Well played.
I think we're reaching a bad end. I can keep going.
You can.
I would really rather not. I'd really rather
You've made
fucking
your
hang
point.
myself.
You've made your point.
By the way, this actually reminds me of something. I'm like a champion of sleeping. You know how good I am at sleeping? I can even do it with my eyes closed.
I knew there was going to be a bad punchline at the end of that. I'm
say,
request that you
actually
pause the
sleeping,
replay
but-
when Zap gets you know what. I have something to explain in vivid detail. Alright. So, we're going to get started here. You might notice Clay finally brought the Appleton. About damn time. I can read minds, but I'm a beginner, so I can only read my own minds. I like that one. That's a good one, Oscar. Alright. So, we're going to lead with Crook versus Zapdos. Crook's going to go straight for an Iron Tail. Zapdos going to U-turn, just get out of there immediately. Swaps into Delilah.
Cover the fucking field in green, in whatever you want, really, because you know it's green screen.
Yep. I'm trying to figure out why the hell there's like that purple haze at the bottom of my webcam. I think that's just because of the lighting. Because sun's starting to reach like peak height, and so it's getting at me through the window. So I think that's just the light bouncing off my shirt.
Yeah.
It looks pretty trippy though. I'm gonna keep it.
Synthwave light.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, actually looks like a golden natural fight. Exactly. So, Zapdos is going to Roost. Kevin's going to Metronome into Water Gun. Zapdos is going to go for an Ancient Power. Does not get the boosts. Meanwhile, Kevin's going to Forest's Curse. Add Grass type to Zapdos. Still no boosts. Kevin is down. Amon switches into Megazord X as Clay switches into a Mantine. Gets hit with a Fire Punch. Kevin's going to reveal that he has Belly Drum Zard X. As Clay sets up a Tailwind, gets that boosted priority for the next few turns. He uses Haze, resets Zard's stats as he goes for a Roost.
And nothing basically happened.
And then Kevin reveals that his turkey has long lived past its expiration date as it gets hit with a Scald.
Why does this just look like two Phoenix Wrights fighting?
Because it is.
It's literally babies fighting.
Yep.
Until someone hits the objection.
So Kevin whiffs an Air Slash as Clay goes for a Draining Kiss. Kevin hits the next one. He does not get the flinch, though, which allows Slurpuff to set up a Calm Mind. Goes for another Air Slash. Still no flinch. However, he does outspeed Slurpuff, which means he can kill it with another one.
Which he does.
Yep. Zapdos comes in, gets hit with an Ancient Power. Kevin does not get the boosts. Barely lives a discharge, but he does get the para. Reveals Starfberry, gets a special attack increase, as well as getting a sharp increase to its defense, but unfortunately it's too little too late as it gets hit with another Ancient Power. Sibley gets
RN
Vice
God
Grip.
fucking damn it!
RN God fucking damn it gets Vice Grip off of Metronome, which really just does not do much.
Why you
He
out here
starts to
disrespecting-
use Solar Beam.
He's charging the Kamehameha.
Gets hit with a discharge, gets parried. Does not get full parried, however, Solar Beam fails. It's like I didn't even know that could possible.
Oh yeah, he's not Super Saiyan, he can't use the Kamehameha.
Gets the burn off lava.
Still
flow,
no
nice.
boosts from these ancient powers. It's very unfortunate. Charizard's going to come in and set up Belly Drum again. Barely lives in ancient power. Someone finally gets the boosts.
Pause.
Pause.
Kevin, you have the floor.
You.
Okay, so if I'm just gonna read the narrator. That's Zapdos. I may or may not gonna change my voice and didn't get the boost at all important time. Then
What was that accent?
Since I was about to Zapdos.
Okay, so that's Zapdos.
anything he's switching will die. That's beautiful.
And Zapdos would die as well.
Says I was about to speak. Says I was about to mean. I can read.
Is this just
Porky? Porky, is that you?
Is this just German
So-
Is this German is this
So-
German Batman?
Maybe. So Clay getting that boost.
Dankeschön.
Right then.
And there.
Where is she?
Kokodennanisuna.
Is what led Spokes being +1 above me in the differentials.
SpongeBob.
I'm sorry, I was +1 against somebody. I didn't check the fucking spreadsheet after week 2. I stopped giving a fuck.
No, if we go to standings.
What? Oh god. That is fucking horrendous.
It's actually really funny.
I'm surprised you didn't bring for the last one just cuz like why do you care at that point?
Moving on. Clay goes for another agent power.
Like it. Oh.
I'll stop being the narrator.
Goes for a U-turn, pivots into Rillaboom, gets the Jurassic Surge off. Obviously now, Grassy Glide's going to do Grassy Glide things. He does get hit with a crit Darkest Lariat, though, which is pretty bad. Like, that does a lot of health. It's not going to save Crook from taking a priority boost to Grassy Glide to the face, though. Meanwhile, RN Gundam 00 comes in, gets Outrage off of the Metronome, dies to a crit drum beating, which was just complete overkill.
Oh yeah, that thing is dead.
And then obviously Zard comes in and dies to a Glaris Glide because it's at 4% HP.
And that's the game.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the nickname of RN Gundam 00.
Is it really good? Moving right along,
All the RN names are great.
we have Tyler versus Spooks, also known as Wrath of Microtransactions.
I'm surprised one of them wasn't like RNG Gundam.
So, Tyler is going to he's going to send out a politician as Spooks switches into which traces Infiltrator as Tyler pivots into the Wicker Man, allowing Ree to Mega Evolve, kills it with another U-turn, pivots back into a politician, and then EA Incarnate comes in, takes
Another U-turn.
a U-turn.
I sure can't wait for this fucking meta to stop being U-turn.
This is why I'm happy for Natdex next season.
And that's how I know nobody who plays Pokemon has his driving license. U-turn number 1, number 2.
Obviously, the Runerigus now has Unburden now. Switches into Metagross. Gets hit with an Endeavor. Finishes off the Hawlucha.
The Endeavor attack is nice.
However, he does lose his Clear Body. Not that it's going to really matter. RuPaul is the drag race guy. Rand Paul is the politician, LMAO. I'm going to continue to call him the politician now, though, just out of spite. So, Nidoqueen comes in. Also, Spooks, I want you to know that I'm so disappointed that after seeing Let and Go, you did not have one mon called Mai and then another one called Ego.
Yeah, no.
So, there's a reason...
I had 2 sets. If you want to pause right here, I had 2 different sets that I wanted to run on Dragon. And I noticed that Nidoqueen had similar, a similar move spread. So I was like, "Fuck it, I'll spread this out between 2 move sets, and just they'll both be Lego."
So obviously we reveal Bubble Beam Nidoqueen. But there's a reason why this is called Hyrule approved, which you're gonna see in a second.
By the way, Hylian, did you actually play music, or...?
I'm currently playing music.
Oh. Okay. I'm actually in the call, so I didn't know, just... Reminder.
It can be, should be able to be heard on stream.
Okay. Just making sure.
Chat, you can hear the music, right? Can't hear it because stream is muted, heh.
Yeah, I hear it.
It's probably fine, it's just...
You hear it? Okay. It's very quiet,
It's
though.
very quiet.
That's intended. Hang on, let me...
Okay, this might be the best thing I've ever ordered. Blueberry boba tea smoothie. Delicious.
Nice.
Alright, that should be good. There we go.
Oh yeah, I was gonna go play. Nice.
Okay. So, we've got, obviously, Headbutt. Yo, tell Spooks I'm currently drinking bubble tea with lots of boba.
Nice. But is yours a bubble tea smoothie?
So, he reveals Shell Smash Blastoise. Now, it's worth noting, Tyler drafted Mega Blastoise, which normally we ban Shell Smash on Mega Blastoise. However, we specifically stated Mega Blastoise cannot run Shell Smash. Right now, he is not Mega Blastoise, he is a normal Blastoise. Which means that as so long as he does not Mega Evolve, he can keep those Shell Smash boosts. I did approve of that. I thought it was a fair ruling, especially since he has to keep the Mega Stone on it. This Blastoise is still holding a Blastoisanite. It is forced to do that, so he can't do something like Shell Smash Focus Sash, Shell Smash White Herb. So, that is why it is called Hyrule Approved, because I specifically stated he is allowed to use Shell Smash on this Blastoise as long as he does not Mega Evolve after doing so. Does get hit with a Blizzard by the Nidoqueen. However, he finishes off Nidoqueen with Surf. Hidden Fees comes back in. Dies to another Surf. Why did I forget about White Herb against Jeroen? RN, god fucking damn it. Spook's going to go for a Snatch. He ends up snatching an Ice Beam, though. It killed him. And then, obviously, yeah, fuck you. just fuck you.
Yeah.
I love the nice spook.
It also wasn't a 5-0, it was a 4-0.
It's always a 4-0.
You didn't
And
spoil
then the
it.
B asks if he likes jazz.
Moving right along, we have Sandy versus Wade. Oh, hang on, the sun's beginning to actually affect the webcam now. I'm going to have to actually start closing the blinds here. There we go. So, we obviously have Ricardo being let out against Skinner. Then going to hard switch into Gengar, takes a Scald, gets knocked down to half health, gets burned. However, Curse Body does proc, so obviously no more Scald. Sandy's going to switch into the Pangoro. Takes a Thunderbolt. Does not get parried. Sandy's going to set up a substitute. Needs to get a free bulk up. Does get roared into the Kyurem Black. Goes straight for an Ice Beam, activates the Rhyperior's weakness policy. He misses the Rock Blast. Then proceeds to die to a Scale Shot. And the worst bit about the Scale Shot is that this was also very clearly RNG dependent, because as we see, if this Scale Shot had hit any less than 4 times, this Rhyperior would have lived. Please no, it hurts.
I know how it feels. Trust me. I know how it feels.
So, Kyurem
Kyurem really said, "Give me your lunch money."
Yeah, Kyurem Black reveals White Herb, gets rid of that defense drop because of it, while keeping the speed thing, lives a Wicked Blow from Urshifu from full. Wade switches into Darmanitan, takes another Ice Beam, gets rid of this Kyurem Black with a Flare Blitz. Suicune comes in. Wade switches back to Gengar, presumably just to sack it at this point, because that's exactly what happens. Just dies to the Surf, does disable it. He gets a free switch into Jolteon, as Sandy switches into Pangoro. Wade sets up an Agility. Sandy hard switches into Comfey as Wade baton passes into Galarian Rapidash. Proceeds to start setting up Calm Mind. Except it only gets one off before getting taunted. And now tries to go for some stored powers.
That critical was a big yikes.
So, fortunately, that crit just allowed Comfey to live. Wait, switches into Darmanitan. Wade at this point just suicide kills, just takes Comfey down with the Darmanitan. Sandy's gonna switch into Suicune, hit Jolteon with a Scald, revealing red card as he gets forced into Dubwool, and Wade gets up in agility again. Wade sets up a Toxic.
Wade is angry.
Mm-hmm. Sandy reveals he also has agility.
He's a fat fucking ram. God damn it.
Gets hit by a Thunderbolt, just lives it, sets up a Substitute. Next Thunderbolt gets rid of the sub. Sandy baton passes into Suicune. Suicune then proceeds to Surf on Jolteon. Jolteon goes for T-Bolt, deals 69%. Nice.
Yes, the moral victory.
Proceeds to die to another Surf. Urshifu comes in. Sandy switches into Dubwool, causing the Sucker Punch to fail. Wade then switches into Galarian Rapidash, dies to a Body Slam from Dubwool.
Fat coat.
It's worth noting, Dubwool dies this turn if he doesn't switch it. And so he, of course, switches into Pingo. He's going for that 4-0. He takes a Wicked Blow. Takes another Wicked Blow. And finishes Urshifu off with a Drain Punch.
Just wicked blows. At least for Wade. For Sunday, that was great.
And then, of course, we have Jeroen versus Jack. Give me a sec. I have to get the Euro beat. There we go.
It's a meme off.
So, Jeroen, do you want to explain the context for this one?
Sure do, friend. Alright. He made my team, I made his team. That's all you need to know. Okay, and we made 3 meme sets and 3 serious sets. And that's basically all you need to know, like, just watch.
Jeroen first sends out the Excadrill against Jack's Alolan Ninetales.
And I get literally just disrespected by a Lionboy.
Jack switches immediately into Sceptile, takes a Steel Beam from Excadrill. Jack Mega Evolves, goes for an Earthquake, gets rid of Excadrill.
Good for the Swords Dance.
Mr. Rhyme finishes Sceptile off with an Ice Shard. Not a big surprise, it's Quad Weak, he's in Hail. Arctozolt comes in as Jeroen switches into Sylveon, takes an Icicle Crash. Does a little less than a third of Sylveon's health. Sylveon is down to less than a third of its health after, obviously, the Hail. Agua Berry procs. Sylveon goes for a Pixelate Hyper Voice, obviously. Arctozolt is living. Does another Icicle Crash to Sylveon. Sylveon has not flinched at all yet, and does finish off Arctozolt with another Hyper Voice. Ninetales comes in. Jeroen pivots into Mr. Rhyme as Jack sets up an Aurora Veil, which is very not good. Jack proceeds to, go for a nasty plot. Metronome into Sludge. Gets the poison off, obviously, because that's just how Sludge is.
Over here?
What's up?
Okay, so... See, the nickname for Ninetales is actually one I always use for a lot of Ninetales. It's a very deep and clever nickname that I just want to explain. Okay, so you have the Brothers Grimm, the people who wrote many fairy tales.
Right.
It's literally a Ninetales, and it's got the fairy type.
Yeah.
And they live in a pretty cool country. That's all. That's very interesting, actually, now I think about it. Just a fun fact.
The lore!
Lore stream.
Anyway, moving right along. Gets the special attack drop on Moonblast as we get another metronome into Happy Hour. If only Z crystals were a thing. Jack's gonna go for another nasty plot. Jeroen's going to metronome into Acid Spray with a critical hit. Obviously, there's the guaranteed Spadef drop. Basically nullifying Aurora Veil. Jack is effectively at neutral Spadef right now. Except now he's at -2 because Aurora Veil's now gone. Serena's going to come in, die to a Blizzard from full. He's not even in Hail anymore, so that had a 30% chance to miss. This Ninetales is on a timer, though.
That wasn't the only 7% that he hit. It's actually, I think, 2 weeks in a row.
He then proceeds to finish off Sylveon with a Moonblast. Tornadus comes in. Jack goes for an Aurora Veil. Presumably, he did not realize that Aurora Veil only works in Hail.
No, he misclicked.
Aquavesh comes in. Remember to brush your teeth, guys. Tornadus goes for an Agility. Gets hit with Bind. Kinda gotta squeeze that toothpaste out. Goes for an Air Slash on Zygarde. Does not work. Zygarde goes for Core Enforcer, nullifying Prankster on Tornadus. Still no flinching yet, obviously. Let's hit with another Core Enforcer. Tornadus does not live another. However, it's not even going to get the chance to try to live another, as it's going to die to Bind. And now there's a Como versus the world. Hits Zygarde with Dragon Claw. Does not kill it. Zygarde goes for Rest. Getting hit with more of these Dragon Claws. Goes for Snore.
Very powerful Snore.
This is the most powerful Snore you've ever seen. Just, another Dragon Claw. And then the Gyarados comes in. So this Gyarados is really funny. We found out after the fact that this Gyarados is actually Utility Umbrella. Which means that all of his moves, right? This one, for those who don't know what a Utility Umbrella is, Utility Umbrella effectively makes it so that the holder is not affected by any of the positive or negative effects of sun or rain. So that means, for example, a Mon with Swift Swim holding Utility Umbrella does not get Swift Swim boosts because it ignores the fact that rain's up. It also means that moves that are 100% accurate in certain weathers do not become 100% accurate anymore if the holder's wearing Utility Umbrella. Case in point, if a Victini is holding Utility Umbrella and goes for Thunder in Rain, the Thunder still has a 30% chance to miss because the Victini ignores all effects of the weather. This Gyarados was holding Utility Umbrella. And Jeroen, will you please tell me what the moveset was?
It was Surf, Hurricane, Thunder, Rain Dance. It was always prepared for bad weather. What can I say?
So it was quite literally a weather setter running two moves that always miss in rain. However, it's holding Utility Umbrella, so it can still miss. fucking incredible.
I wanted the most cursed image, and I was like, I don't care if I win. Just make this happen.
I'm so sad we didn't actually get to see that because the reactions. Yeah, I know for a fact I would have been like, wait, what? The only reason I would have known it was utility umbrella was because I got reminded that that item existed rather recently for other tech. But everybody else would have just been so fucking confused.
It's like the most useless item in the game. Like, actually.
What do you mean? It's great for weather teams.
Mm-hmm. As someone who drafted semi-rain in Zach's draft league, literally I plan on bringing for some teams. I ran Victini, and I'm going to use utility umbrella Victini so I can still go for fire type moves in rain without getting the power reduction.
Honestly, it would actually work with Trick, like just Trick it to rain.
Yeah, that
the
also
Swiss
like,
one.
it's got some uses. They're niche uses, but they're still uses.
Very niche, but yeah.
Honestly,
No, you could actually trick it onto all the your enemy swift swimmers.
yeah. Because utility umbrella negates swift swim from affecting it, so you can literally just trick that onto a bear scooter or something, and bam, no more swift swim.
Or or an Excadrill. Like,
No, because you would have to do because utility umbrella doesn't affect for sand.
But it
why
does
nothing
affect
affect for
Venusaur.
sand?
No, the only thing so utility umbrella only ignores sun and rain. Safety goggles ignores sandstorm and hail, but it doesn't ignore all the effects and only ignores the chip damage.
That's stupid.
Oh, to be fair, Sandstorm does go through an umbrella. So does Hail.
Yeah,
Type
and let's be real. Hail isn't exactly all that affected by an umbrella.
Like,
Stop
are you just gonna
reading
ban it
me.
back, just like Jedi style, just slicing back the bullets? It's like, oh. Ultimate Terrain Master. Or Hill Master.
And so that's it. That's week 11 of the HDL.
Yerp.
So for those who are not aware, our playoff finalists, we have with the buys, obviously we have Tyler and Lionboy, and then we have our four round one contestants: Sandy, Clay, Wade, and Jeroen. Will Jeroen win for 2 seasons in a row? Will he be able to reclaim his house? Remember, the winner of
absolutely
the
not,
league
but-
wins his house.
Oh, absolutely not, but a weekend dream.
I want Sandy to win. I want Mr. Skinner to go all the way.
Aurora Borealis. At this time of year, at this time of day, at this part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen.
Yes.
Can I see it?
No.
My favorite thing, Aurora Borealis, all that stuff, and it's like, can I see it? But you just hear from the back of the door, my name. How many bedrooms? How many bathrooms? I don't know. Jeroen, how many?
How many bedrooms? We've got 2 upstairs. We've got the basement for, the guy for the basement dweller. We've
So let's
got
say
one on
let's
the
say
roof.
3 bed, 2 bath.
Yeah.
How many garages? Presumably only one, Lionboy. How the hell do you know that has more than one garage?
Yeah, it's on the roof.
Wait, what?
I mean, I've got a car that goes plane, so...
That's not a garage. That's a helipad.
I mean, it's a garage. It doesn't have an actual helipad. It's just opened up and just drive in.
That's weird. That's weird. You're weird. Who authorized that?
Me. I just sort of bought the land, became the lord of it, and just installed my
If
own
Lion
rule.
wins the league, he needs to turn the house image upside down. Just saying. You know what? Fair. So, thank you guys so much for tuning into this. Next time, we got more shit planned. Wade is going to be live later today with the first ever HDL Honors Award streams. What exactly that is? Well, you'll have to tune into his stream to find out. So please, stay tuned. And I will be co-hosting that on his channel later on. So I will see you guys later today.